Whether it's your first time buying a home or you've bought dozens of homes in the past, everybody makes mistakes at some point. So with this video, I'm bringing you 5 home buyer mistakes that I want you to avoid so you can save yourself time and money in your process.
Like a forced savings plans over time.
What's going on, guys? I'm Mark Steele, your real estate broker, and before I get started with my list of home buyer mistakes, be sure to like this video and leave a comment down below with any mistakes you've made in the past with your home buying purchase. Or if it's your first time buying a home, let me know if you've encountered any mistakes along the way so far, and I can touch on those in another video. Mistake number 1, looking for homes without first getting a pre-approval. Now this one is very important because, as I've seen with a lot of first-time home buyers, they want to start their search and look at houses. It can be very exciting seeing homes and looking at the layouts, all of the colors, the amenities. But if you don't know what you can actually afford, you could just be wasting a lot of time looking at these homes. So what I always recommend for anyone starting their real estate process is get a mortgage pre-approval. Know exactly how much you can afford. So what is a mortgage pre-approval? Essentially, that's when you speak to your potential mortgage broker and discuss your finances, including your income, your debts, and your expenses, and they tell you the maximum loan amount that you'll be able to qualify for, along with the interest rate they'll charge. So with this mortgage pre-approval, you'll know your maximum loan amount, you can estimate your mortgage payments every single month, and they can lock in a mortgage rate for you for the next 60 to 120 days, depending on the bank or the mortgage broker you work with. Now, it's important to keep in mind that this pre-approval is the maximum amount you'll be able to qualify for. It doesn't guarantee you're going to get that amount, because at the end of the day, your mortgage loan will depend on the final price of the home you choose, as well as your down payment amount. So for tip number 1, once again, get your mortgage pre-approval, save yourself a lot of time from looking at homes that you can't afford, and know exactly how much you can spend by talking to a mortgage broker before starting your real estate search. Alright guys, mistake number 2 is relying 100% on realtor.ca. Now this is nothing against realtor.ca, it's a great website to start your real estate search or to do some supplementary research as your realtor is doing their primary research. But the main problem with relying on realtor.ca is actually threefold. The very first thing is that it's not 100% up to date. I don't know if you ever searched on realtor.ca yourself, but I've had clients in the past send me homes that they want to see that they found on realtor.ca, only to find out the home was already sold when I checked on my multiple listing service or MLS service. So the very first problem with realtor.ca is that while the information is good a lot of the time, it's not always 100% up to date. Now the next challenge with realtor.ca is that you might not see the most up-to-date listings on there as well. So what I find is that there is a delay between a realtor uploading a listing to the MLS and realtor.ca allowing that listing to be seen by the public. And one of my best strategies with working with clients is beating the rest of the market. If they like a home, they tell me that specific home's criteria and I can search it. And when I find that home that they like, if it's been put on the market just today, for example, we can book a showing that same day before most of the general public sees it on realtor.ca. It's hard to say for sure how long that delay is, but what I found is that if I put a listing on the MLS today, you might not see it on realtor.ca for at least another day or possibly 2. And the final challenge with realtor.ca is that the listing information is often incomplete as compared to what you'd see on the multiple listing service or MLS. So for example, on the MLS you can see details such as how long a property's been on the market for. If it's condo listing, you can see exactly what amenities are included with that condo fee you're paying, including heat, hydro, water, cable TV, etc. You can also see the seller's preferred possession date. So if they want to be out of the house in 60 days and 30 days, or they're open to whatever day the buyer chooses. You don't see those details on realtor.ca. So what I recommend is finding a realtor to work with and giving them all of your specific criteria. How many bedrooms do you need? How many bathrooms do you need? What area are you looking for? Is there a certain square footage you're looking for? If you're buying in a condo, do you want it to be exposed to the north? If you want a southern exposure? Give us all of your details and I can send you homes that match specifically what you need. Now, realtor.ca doesn't have all of those specific search criteria, so it might be tougher to find it on there. Save yourself the time, work with a realtor like myself, and I can find you those specific homes that match your criteria. Homebuyer mistake number 3 is not exploring the neighborhood that you like at different times of the day and different times of the week. So what I always recommend to my clients is when you find a home that you like, visit that entire neighborhood, that entire community, get a feel for what's around the home, but more importantly, visit it at different times of the day and different times of the week. Take your first showing during the daytime so you can get a feel for what it's like to have the streets quiet while everyone is at work or just out of home in general, and really enjoy the space, maybe walk around the block a few times as well. But always go back at nighttime and on the weekends as well, so you can see what the neighbors are like. If they come out more during the nighttime, you can see how loud or quiet they are, how friendly they are, or if by some chance there's always police cars driving around taking care of some kind of business on that street during those times. Alright, so tip number 3 and home buyer mistake to avoid is don't just go during the daytime. If you find a home you like, visit that neighborhood and that community different times of the day, during the daytime, during the nighttime, and maybe a few different days during the week as well. Homebuyer mistake number 4 is not getting an inspection before finalizing your purchase. Now, everybody remembers a few summers ago we had one of the hottest markets we've had in the Toronto market, especially for the past several years. There were multiple offers, values of homes were skyrocketing, and in order for people to win those multiple offer situations, they had to submit firm offers, which meant no conditions, no mortgage financing, and no opportunity to get an inspection and actually check out the quality of the home. This is a huge mistake, guys. I want you to avoid this because it could possibly save you thousands of dollars if you get a home inspection. It might cost you a couple hundred to get it done, but you don't want to be stuck in a situation where you purchase a home only to find that there's mold behind the walls or there's mold at other points of the home. Maybe there's leaking behind the walls. There's other deficiencies with appliances. You never know what can be behind the walls or under the floor of a home. So make sure you get an inspection done. Let the inspector check out everything that they're qualified for, especially mold and moisture behind the walls, and really understand the quality of the home you're buying before you finalize that offer. Now, getting these inspections done can possibly save you thousands, because if you do get an inspection done and the report comes back with deficiencies in the appliances, maybe there's outlets or plugs that aren't working properly, maybe there's an electrical danger risk if things aren't wired properly, this will be revealed to you early on and will give you a chance to either pull out of that transaction or possibly negotiate into your deal, reducing the price of the home, but having the homeowner fix those mistakes for you. So always get the inspection done, review that report thoroughly before finalizing your offer, and negotiate any points that you're able to possibly save you thousands of dollars before finalizing that purchase. Is it dark in here or is it just me? Homebuyer mistake number 5 is not budgeting for closing costs. Now, I will tailor this one more to the first-time homebuyers, because if you have purchased a home before, you likely know this part already. But essentially, first-time homebuyers out there, always budget for closing costs. A lot of people that I've worked with have thought that once they put the down payment down, that's all the payments they have to make and they're ready to move into their home. But that's not the case. You will have other closing costs, such as a land transfer tax. You might pay your lawyer's fees. If you are getting inspection, you'll pay for that as well. If you need a mover, you're going to be paying for your moving expenses. There might be a fee to turn on the appliances in your home too. So always save a little bit extra for your closing costs. What I normally recommend is whatever your purchase price is, try to budget between 1 to 5% of that price to account for your closing costs at the end of your transaction. In the description down below, I'll leave a list of the potential closing costs you might experience and what you can estimate to budget for those. And that's it, guys. These are my top 5 homebuyer mistakes that I want you to avoid in order to save possibly hundreds of thousands of dollars and hours of time in your home buying journey. So whether you're a first-time home buyer or you bought a home before, share this video with everybody that you know so they can also save themselves some extra expenses and a little bit of stress as well. I'm Mark Steele, your real estate broker. Like this video and leave a comment down below if you want to see more homebuyer mistakes. I have a bunch of them and I look forward to sharing those with you. Alright, so comment down below and subscribe to my channel for more real estate videos every single Monday. I'll talk to you guys soon.